And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why your match got declined. We threw that one in there at the end. I sent that to Trans. But anyway, we're back at the stage, getting ready to go into our next match, which is going to be Mouz Sports versus Empire. We got Draskell with us. How's it going, Draskell?
Going good. Ready to watch some Dota 2, of course. And this is going to be an exciting game, to say the least. And a lot is on the line here for Mouz. If they don't win this game, they're looking at potential elimination.
All right. And, of course, we've been joined by a special guest who's going to be playing later. Yeah. So thanks, Wagamama, for coming up from Pulse. Hopefully we don't tire you out too much.
No,
and you don't have to carry gods, you know.
No, it's going to be fun.
Right.
We haven't really been casting ever.
You got to wait.
Together.
Pull the mic in a little bit.
All right.
Twist. Hey,
there we go.
Now we've all got you.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think the guys are going to be getting ready to go. So as you said, yeah, Mouz Sports a really tough game for them. We're just going to go straight into it. Toby's going to take a well-deserved rest as we've got a really long day today, and then we're bringing back on a little bit later. That was Toby jumping in the background.
As we say rest, yeah, Toby
said rest. He assumed he would.
It's exercising.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll hand over to you, Gods, and you can take it away. So bring us the game.
All right, fantastic. Anyways, guys, Mouz Sports up against Empire. As said, pretty much a must-win game for Mouz Sports. Well, Wagamama, I don't know if you caught much of Empire's first game, but pretty much, even with the stand-in, they're looking pretty damn scary.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected. Empire is definitely one of the favorites of this LAN event, I believe. And they have been really strong ever since that Star Ladder started in the offline, in the online qualifiers. They have been playing so good.
Yeah, Funnick has been, for me, it's Funnick as well as Scandal. Scandal in the mid lane, Funnick playing his support Whist, his Clinks. He's just being, for me, the player who's been stepping up his game for this Empire team. And blow your brain not having him, it's a bit of a hit to their team. He is just their tri-lane farmer, and a player like Sauce, it's kind of his natural role. It's where he just fits in well. Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be too much issues there, apart from maybe the language barrier, but they all speak Dota.
Yeah, all speak Dota, that's for sure. And I kind of have to agree with you. Scandal and Funnick both are playing so amazing. Funnick on that off lane is just an amazing player, I have to say. And but it's basically their entire team. The way they pick, the way they decide, they can go aggressive tri-lane and everything. They really started it before many European teams really did it. In the current metagame, that is, playing that Naga Siren ever so frequently on the offlane. But now with another carry player, perhaps they will mix their playstyle a little bit, but I don't think it's going to have any big effect.
And it works so well with the offensive trial because they like to run that Clinks in the safe lane. So hero that in that safe lane, very few heroes can go up to it in a 1v1 matchup. For Mouz Sports, it's something they have to be wary of. They banned out the Wisp, not going to give Empire that sort of Wisp CK that they love to use. The Wisp Sven we've also seen from a couple of teams. So Mouz Sports, one more ban coming their way. Maybe want to ban out that Batrider that Scandal loves to play. There's Batrider in the pool, there's TA. There's still a lot of potent heroes which Empire can run. Empire have gone out. Their Magnus ban is there as well as the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, and Empire will pick TA. It doesn't matter if there's Batrider, if there's a THD, if there's anything. They will pick Lanaya against anything because Scandal is so comfortable playing it. I've seen him just dominate a good Batrider player on mid lane as if it was nothing.
Yeah, and for Mouz Sports, I mean, this is a must-win game for them. Wondering where do they go strategy-wise after not coming out on top of last game. They're not going to have the mag once again. And for them, they're a team, it's somewhat reliant on Black, I feel, playing that farming role, depending what it's going to be. And they give away the TA, they ban out the Batrider, probably the safer of the two evils, but there's not really much directly that they can send mid against the Templar Assassin. You mentioned Jakiro as somewhat of one way of dealing with the Refraction, but it's not a hero you're going to send mid unless you're Na'Vi.
Yeah, unless you're Na'Vi, but it's an annoying hero just with the Frost coming out to just keep her in place. And of course all his nukes and even his right click deals some damage over time. But we'll see what they're going to pick up. Most likely it's going to be a THD along with Undying, perhaps. I don't know, not a THD, okay.
Well, Darkseid's still in the pool, so they get the Darkseid as well as the Undying. Darkseid does okay against the Clinks, I feel, in that 1v1 matchup, so it's a nice hero just to pick up early on in case Empire go down that path. And the Undying, really just a strong hero as of late.
Yeah. We have seen, who was it playing the Darkseid who just dominated and crippled the Clinks so hard quite recently?
I think it was Black playing that Darkseid.
It could have been. I don't really remember who it was, but anyway, it was definitely a game where I saw Clinks get so shut down, even on his easy lane. The Darkseid just cut the tower and he could do nothing against it.
It's really good because you can, firstly you cut the tower to get the crit weight there, and then Clinks is trying to CS under his tower, and then you can harass him with the Iron Shell. You don't have to right click him to clear the aggro, you just walk next to him. It's a really nice hero to have in that 1v1 matchup, and Empire probably going to avoid the Clinks at least for now, maybe with one of their last two picks. They get the Jakiro though, so they're going to get their hands on that oh so annoying support hero. Ice Path just so nice now that it's been reworked.
Black does love to play his Fletcher as well. I mean, Klinks, he's definitely familiar with this hero. I would say he's one of the first players to really start playing it a lot in the European scene a few months ago, but I haven't seen it too often as of late, but that's because Sven is so metagame now, and we'll see if we're going to pick Sven in the first phase for either team, or if we're just going to let him be.
Yeah, for me, Mousesports, the Sven hasn't worked for them. This is being a must-win match. I feel they have to go back to their comfort zone, which for Black is either the Pudge, maybe the Klinks, maybe an Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, I'd say, is just a bit too fallen out, but one of those other two heroes is more where Black is comfortable playing something like the Pudge. Empire, they're confident. They want the Klinks. They're going to go for it, and, well, this is potentially going to be that Darkseer vs Klinks matchup in the top lane.
Maybe, and I would say that Klinks can win the lane. Like, it could go either way. We just see sometimes when the Darkseer has everything going right for him, he has his full HP regenerated and he can go behind the tower and cut it, then he's fine. But if Klinks gets some good harass on him and he keeps the Darkseer on low HP, he can never do that.
Yeah.
So it has to do with how you lane it.
Well, Mousesports pick up the Enigma for now, so it looks like they're going to be looking to run a jungle hero here. They've already got the Darkseer as a probable side lane soul. Darkseer can always go mid against the TA. You've got the Iron Shell as some way of sort of dealing with the Templar Assassin. Not the strongest hero to send mid, but the Enigma just as a jungle farmer is risky, because if Empire go offensive trial, you don't want to be having that Enigma there in the jungle. That you have a weaker dual lane, and it's something that can be punished by Empire.
Yeah, it could definitely be. I think it's just going to be a Darkseer on the off lane, and we're going to see the safe lanes from Mouz. Question is if, I mean, Empire, they are going to run something aggressive, I believe, because Enigma is not that strong against an aggressive tri lane. He can come out with 6 Eidolons in the best of worlds, but it doesn't always happen. If you come out and don't have all your summons with you, then you're useless compared to a Chen or whatever.
And especially interesting because they've got the Undying there. So this is going to be potentially just a dual lane with the Undying, something where you can't really maximize his full potential. Empire now, we just got to see what they want to finish off this trial lane with. They've got the Jakiro, they need another solid support, and that's what we kind of see Mousesports banning off. The Bane they like to use, as well as Rubik being taken out of the pool. Empire now, this fourth pick, I mean, for them, the last 2 picks, it's just really to get that strong, aggressive trial lane.
Yes.
Sven's still in the pool. Oh, no, sorry, Sven actually being banned out by Empire. Never mind that. But
and Naga Siren. A hero they're usually playing. But I would say, if we look at the signs here, they have a Fletcher, they have a Lanaya, very good right-click heroes, and they look to be running an aggressive trial lane. That's what they often do with THD, and we would very likely see in this game as well. But then the last 2 picks are going to be aggressive heroes. It doesn't even need to be a right-clicker. Yeah. We have seen them do some Pugna THD Bane kind of lanes, like just pure aggression with strong spells, and that could be what we are looking at.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Windrunner's still an option for them in the pool here. Mousesports are going to have slightly weaker lanes because of this Enigma pick. If Enigma's in the jungle, it's something which can be exploited, and Empire, they love to do that with those offensive tri lanes. So 4th pick here going to be important for them. And Mousesports, as far as these first 3 heroes go, they've got the big team fight. They've got the Black Hole, the Darkseer Vacuum, as well as the Undying Tombstone. But I feel Empire, that's something they just experienced in versing. They can kite it around a lot, and they can deal with that.
Yeah, definitely. So the Disruptor being removed, well, I don't know. Disruptor wouldn't contribute anything to an aggressive tri lane, so what Mouz is saying is really, if you want an aggressive tri lane, go ahead and do it. They're banning out the heroes that can easy lane and protect the Klinks, giving him full farm, etc. And some teams actually do run the Klinks on off lane. It's kind of wild. You can do it. It's a big gamble, because if you get nothing on your Klinks, then he's a pretty bad hero. He doesn't really suit that role in it.
There's a Tidehunter, potentially one of those heroes for that offensive trial. And do you think, is it for Mousesports, they may be expecting this offensive trial. Do you think there's any chance they're going to be sending the Darkseer mid with the Enigma in the offlane and run a tri lane of their own with the Undying, or is this most likely Enigma in the jungle?
I think it's just going to be Enigma in the jungle and then an Undying dual lane of some sort. We see a Juggernaut pick up, so most likely he will be down there. Of course he could be running aggressive, but he doesn't want to stand against the Klinks. But it's going to be some sort of support Undying for sure now.
Yeah, Juggernaut good hero to actually stay alive against the Trilon, but it's still a very awkward lane for Mousesports with the Undying, with the Juggernaut.
They would need a slow or stun of some sort, and it's looking like it could be a jungle, an off-lane Enigma now with this pickup, or just solo mid Enigma is very strong.
Well, Empire go with the last pick Tinker here, so I mean off-lane tri-lane with a Tinker I think would be somewhat out of the question, so maybe it's going to be the off-lane Klinks as a solo. For Empire, what are you expecting?
Comes down to who picks who. As soon as we see the players, I think we can predict the lanes. But off-lane Tinker is not unheard of with Tide and Jakiro. And his damage does go through the Unero spin and everything, so it could be a good pickup. but I'm not really sure about this Tinker pick.
It's something Empire haven't really used much, at least.
No,
I've never really seen them playing this year. Lifestealer, so where do Mouse Sports go with these lanes? It's going to be Fat. This may be a solo mid Juggernaut. Fat are normally playing that solo mid role. He's taken the Juggernaut right off the bat. Black on the Lifestealer. Mouse Sports have gone with something completely unorthodox here.
Yeah, this is pretty awkward from Mouse Sports.
Yep, and it is going to be Black playing that Lifesteal over on the Radiant side for Mouse Sports. Kuroki on the Enigma, Pass playing the Darkseer, Fata playing the Juggernaut. Looks like he is going down that middle lane, and Alex playing the support Undying. And it's an awkward lineup. There's a lot of heroes who need levels, who need some farm. They've got very weak lanes. They don't really have a clear support hero apart from the Undying, and that's a hero who, I mean, you kind of need at least some level of items for. On the Empire side, the Dire side, it's going to be Soshka, the stand-in, playing on that Tinker. Probably partly why they're favoring this hero. He is one of his heroes he's known for from the MTW days. Goblak on the Jakiro, Scandal playing the Templar Assassin solo mid. You've got the off-lane Tide Hunter being played by SS, and then finally in the safe lane, Funnick on one of his trademark heroes playing the Clinks. Yes,
Funnick is definitely really good at playing that hero, and while he is an off-lane player, he can play the safe lane with a hero like this. And look at all the stack he actually has on him. He has a Tango of his own, and then he has a Tango pooled and a Salve pooled. So he's pretty ready for anything up here.
I think they're expecting that harass from the Darkseer. Maybe it was him being on the receiving end of a Darkseer in that safe lane matchup, with the Darkseer just being able to go under tower, harass you so hard with the Iron Shell. You need the extra HP regen. The Wraith Band will allow him to harass back the Darkseer, try push the Darkseer a bit out of the lane. So he's basically been prepared for this matchup.
I want to mention one thing as well. At Gamescom, actually, this is a while ago, but we did see Fata playing the solo mid Junero at Gamescom as well. So this is not something he hasn't done before. And against Lanaya, it's actually a pretty good hero. It's not awful, but it's not that good.
As far as the solo mid Juggernaut, you're looking to just rest the bottle and try to do some bottle couriers action, or you're looking just to get some runes and gank? How does this actual matchup plan out?
Well, the thing is that he can definitely lane against her in the first 3 levels, but when Lanaya gets up her damage a little bit, and Scandal is so good at just harassing and keep his enemy away, I think he's going to have a hard time. But then if he does find a haste rune on Junero, that's going to be so dangerous.
Yeah, this is for Empire. I feel this offensive Tron has to also help control some of these runes. Make sure Juggernaut doesn't get those. They are running with 3 heroes bottom, so they'll try punish this defensive dual lane, and the Lifestealer with the Undying. They can't really do all that much. They really need this pull camp. Without that, they're going to struggle at bottom lane.
Yeah, the last pick Nakes definitely changed a lot in how they lane. We do see Darkseer going off and just taking the creeps very far away from the Fletcher, who is pushing out the lane very wisely because he knows that the pressure is going to be applied to him very soon, and then he wishes that he has his creeps with him.
Yeah, he does not want to just be sort of timing those last hits. He knows that he's not going to have a creep wave coming, so he just wants to keep his creep wave as live as long as possible. And for Empire, this is smart play from Funnick. He's showing some experience in that top lane. For mid lane, it's Scandal getting a decent start up against the Juggernaut. And like you say, Juggernaut does okay those early levels, but once you have a couple points in refraction, once you have the bottle up for Scandal, he's already got that coming out soon. It's going to get a lot harder. It's not going to stay as easy as it is now.
Most interesting lane right now is mid lane, because bottom lane we can't see any initiation. We see Tide Hunter finding out the Enigma a little bit, but it can't do anything at level 1. But right now it's just mid lane that's important, because off lane is not going to do anything for either team. Like Funnick is farming on tower and Darkseid farming behind tower, and Nakes can never go in on a Tinker, but same way around, they can't go in on Nakes because Undying is nearby.
Yeah, and I mean the Darkseid at top has just decided not to try to put any pressure on Clinks on the tower, and we're going to be
harassing some. Just easy harass for Undying.
Yeah, just try push this Tide Hunter out of the jungle. Tide Hunter just trying to annoy Kuroki. Kuroki's actually gone for quite a lot of HP regen despite being a jungle Enigma here, probably expecting some of that aggression from this offensive trial. Alex actually puts down a Sentinel just to harass SS away. Going to maybe try force him out to use some of these tangos. He's getting down really low.
I believe he should have seen the ward as well, but he probably went a little bit too far to the left when he walked up the ramp. So his sentry wards are actually both in range of the observer wards from the entire team.
Well, bottom lane, it looks like both Tinker and Lifesteal are having a really tough time farming. Tinker at 7 and 5, not doing bad here, but Lifesteal Black just sitting on 4 creep kills, forced to rage out of that ice path, does manage to avoid it, and it's really tough at this bottom lane for Black. He's not going to be getting much farm.
Yeah, Tinker should win this lane because he has 2 allies always on his lane, whereas Undying can't really do that much.
Well, for Mouse Sports, they're just trying to stay alive in this bottom lane for now. Rocket's coming out from the Tinker, just trying to harass some of these heroes down. Tinker's still level 2. He's not had the funnest time at this bottom lane, despite being in the tri lane with the 2 supports there. So for Empire, not the best start for a Tinker. Not going to see those incredibly fast boots of travel. Mid lane, though, Scandal, he's somewhat coming on top of this lane now. He's got the 2 points in refraction. He's got the 1 in meld. Fata has a bottle up, and this is going to be crucial for him, keeping him alive, and try get some runes to maybe gank some of these side lanes.
To be honest, if we look at last hits on top lane, the Fletcher is actually having more last hits than Darkseer because he's cutting the lane now and he's getting these prior to the Fletcher, but Fletcher actually has more last hits. I don't know how that's even possible.
Yeah, Darkseer
Funnick is doing good on his last
just clears out the creep wave and gets a couple CS, but they're basically just trading free farm here. There's not really any openings for either to get kills. Clinks has to tank a lot of damage under his tower. He's already chewed through it. 4 tangos as well as a south, but that's why he's been pulled them, so he can tank the creep wave under his tower, not have to worry about the harass coming from Darkseer.
They were really prepared for this, and we see some ancient pulling going on now by SS, just making sure they have something to farm later on with the March. And with the Emo Ring coming up on Tinker now, this lane is very good, but they're going to be initiated on.
Oh yeah, here comes Karaki. He wants to try and find this opening. He's got 2 points in the Malefice. It will stun twice. It's going to be Goldblack who they want to go on. Undying coming in. This should be the first blood. Goldblack's going to be the target. Tinker going to try turn this around with the March Machine. Goldblack goes down. Black going to maybe go down as well. Tied on in the river from the Logar. And can he find a gush? Not going to happen. And Tinker forced back. He's got plenty of HP regen here. Drops down to 4 HP with a Soul Ring. Going to have to salve up following that. And, well, it's first blood for Mouse Sports. That's really what they needed. With these sort of weaker lanes, they were getting somewhat out-farmed, and a first blood is a big pickup for them.
Yeah, a very clean pickup as well. They didn't really die. They were a bit close there. If Tide was any closer to them, that would be very risky, and they didn't really know where he was. So it was a gamble, but it worked out.
Yep,
and the lane is a bit more secured now.
Yeah, Black getting that first blood when he was struggling to farm is going to definitely help him out a lot. I don't know if we see the fast minus here. I feel he just wants to get it treads up as fast as possible. He's actually picked up a Helm of Iron Will, giving himself some HP regen, can later be turned into that armlet. The big worry from Mouse Sports is that this Tinker, he's going for the March of the Machine build. There's Ancients being stacked a couple of times here by Jakira, by the Tidehunter, and that's an investment for later. He maxes out the March of the Machine. He's already got the Soul Ring, so for Soshka, it's going to be a fast boot to travel as soon as he gets that maxed out March machines. He can go deal with that Ancient stack and then get a lot of gold, get up that fast Blink Dagger or 4-staff.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's going to be very nice to have this Tinker getting his farm, so it's very important to stack this Ancient. Because the tri-lane is not the easiest one. They always have to worry about that Enigma coming in, as he did. Even, I believe he was without creeps when he walked in. He's probably summoned them in the gang. I didn't see. But it was definitely not 6 Eidolons coming in, and if that happens, then you're in big trouble, because they hurt.
Yeah, that's something that Empire cannot fight. But for Empire, I feel the good news is they're 2 solos and the 2 players who've been, in some ways, just carrying this team left, right, and center. Scandal at mid lane, Tempo Assassin had more or less free farm. Funnick at top has had a fantastic time. He's got up his first Oblivion staff, and he's ready to try push Pass out of this lane a bit here.
Yeah, Pass does have amazing health regen, so he can stay around here and just be annoying, run around, and make sure that Funnick has to run back and farm under the tower. But dealing some damage to him whenever he can.
Yeah, and I don't think Funnick's too worried about it. I mean, he's got the mana regen from this first Oblivion staff. He's going to have a second one coming up soon. This is going to be a very fast Orchid from him. Alex going to get caught out here. Here comes Soshka. There's going to try chainstun him down. Tombstone gets dropped, and Alex with the decay, getting himself some more HP. It's going to actually be turned around. Soshka's going to be the target here. Lifestealer chasing. No more slows, no more disables. Fata coming in. Here comes Unero. He's got the ultimate. He is level 6. Needs to find a target. Stun from onto SS. He's not going to have to use the ultimate here. No mana to use it. He does spin down. Gets the kill on Titan. Second kill of the game going to Mouse Sports, and well, the Juggernaut roaming around the map, and I like this decision. He can't just stay mid and try farm against the TA. He's better off trying to roam around, trying to move around the map. He needs to get some more mana regen, some way to sustain this ganking with the spin, as well as having mana for this Omni Slash.
Yeah, definitely. And he is providing for his team. He does have a bottle. There's bottle running now, but he needs some more items. Drums is probably going to be what he's going for after this, because it's just such a good item for Unero. Being a little bit quicker just can be the difference between killing and not killing when you have your Blade Fury.
Yep, he's got just his bottle coming back out, using this courier just for himself, and he is really going to be the key hero for Mouse Sports, I believe, to set up kills. They've got Enigma farming in the jungle, actually hits level 6 now, so both Kuroki as well as Fata on this mid lane with the Juggernaut Enigma, they can be looking to sort of move around the map, set up some kills for them. Darkseer just needs to keep trying to do his best to contest this top lane. Tide's rotated there, going to give him a bit of a hard time. He can't really creep skip as safely as he'd like to, and well, Funnick, you've got to worry. As soon as he gets this Orchid up, he can look to kill the Darkseer, yes. He can look to go gank and start setting up kills around the map.
He can kill Unero, he can kill anyone, because both Nakes and Unero are very similar heroes. They need to get off their first spell to really survive the gank of anything. And if you have a silence on your team, such as Clinks provides, then that's easy single kills for him. If he just eats a big creep first, he has the damage to do it.
Yeah, and Scandal at mid lane. He's got his phase boots up, just sitting on 600 gold. He's going to probably go for that fast blink dagger. I don't think there's any need to go for a BKB or anything like that fast against this Mouzeboard lineup. They're not looking to sort of chain stun you down too soon.
Oh, Eidolon's denied the rune on bottom lane. That's cute.
Cheeky little play there coming out from Kuroki. The worry is this ancient stack is still continuing.
Yes.
Zoshka level 4 only. He's really sort of struggled in terms of levels, but
he will find his farm with this ancient stack, and
not
they will
just gold,
keep stacking it. Yeah, level and experience, everything he needs will come from this ancient stack. He just needs to be around level 6 so he can rearm and march.
Yep.
And the stack is going down.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to at least poke around in there now. I'm not sure if he wants to go for this now. It's going to be bottom lane. They're going to go on God Black here. Maleficent leads it off. And, well, he's been left in this bottom lane. Zoshka was sort of heading over to the Ancient there.
Miscommunication right there. And he should run out and stack the camp now. Now he's not in the camp. And he's trying for it, but he's probably going to be too late.
Yeah, he's going to be too late here. And, well, that's, like you say, miscommunication from Empire doing slightly different things. And this is where the language barrier comes in. Zoshka being the French stand-in, they're probably not all on the same page there as what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
and that's something which Mousesports can try capitalize on, which they need to. It's going to be the solo players Scandal and Funnick who still play those roles just perfectly. And that's really the two heroes that Mousesports have to worry about. But this bottom lane can be punished.
It can be punished, but Tinker, as we mentioned, he's still going to get his boot to travel sooner or later. It's going to be around perhaps mid 15, 16, but it's going to come up, and perhaps even sooner. Looking at his gold now and this ancient stack, it's going to provide him at least 600-700 gold at least.
Yeah, and I like what Titan has done. Titan has left this bottom offensive trial, and he's just gone back top. He's trying to get up his level 6, because without that, Empire don't really want to try force a team fight. But he's going to get level 6 around the time TA has a Blink Dagger, around the time Klinks finishes off his Orchid Ball. Klinks going to probably have that even sooner.
Yeah,
but
he almost has
the timing for this Tide Hunter is so that they have the Ravage when they need a team fight. Because Mousesports, their actual team fight is pretty damn scary with the Undying, with the Enigma Black Hole, and with the Darkseer Vacuum. So Empire want to make sure they have the levels and items ready to take that.
Not to mention a Tombstone being
mid lane. Scandal going to get ganked down here. Maleficent with a spin, great for dealing with the refraction. Dirge going to drop down his Tombstone. Yeah, Scandal, he picks up the kill on Enigma. Big turnaround, 3-man gank, and that's really the power of TA. You can just burst down heroes so fast with Meld, with refraction, and Enigma, Kuroki goes in too close.
That's not even worth it for Mouz. They kill him, but he gets a solo kill experience on Enigma, and they commit 3 heroes to ganking this. So in the end, Lanaya actually just keeps the enemy team busy by this gang, and he's not being set back too much from his dagger. Yeah, and he's still fine.
It's 3, like you say, it's 3 heroes the entire time. Klinks is just continuing to farm away top. Yeah, he's finished his Orchid. And Tinker at bottom, he's now signed to with his Ancient Sack. He's got the third point in March in the Machines. He's just about to hit that level 6. We'll see the point in Rearm, so he can continue to use this March. And, well, for Tinker, this is going to be Boots of Travel. He's sitting on 1600 gold now. Once he's cleared this out, he's got his Boots of Travel. He's going to have the March the Machine coming soon, as well as some more points in Rocket. It's going to make it hard for Mousesports to team fight, to push, having that Rocket spam there as a defensive ability. And then you've got the cleanup from the Klinks, the TA. They're the heroes who can just finish off those low HP kills.
Yeah, exactly. But they need the Blink Dagger. Oh, top lane.
Yeah, top lane. Funnick does drop down the Orchid just to go with harass on pass. Kuroki's there with a Maleficent, but for Empire, they're not too worried about getting the kills now. Funnick actually low on HP, slightly low on mana. He's just trying to harass as much as possible. He knows he's sort of on top of this lane. He can even continue to keep on farming. He doesn't have to go for those kills right away. For Empire, they're in a very good position right now. They're up, I believe it's... Well, you know, they're behind as far as gold goes. They're behind by about 1k gold here, which is a bit of a surprise coming down.
It's Enigma always.
Yeah.
I feel Enigma almost always provides this gold advantage. But if we look at it now, Tinker has his travels.
Yep.
And the time that Kuroki... It's Kuroki playing? Yeah. The time that Kuroki is spending on ganking, he ganked mid lane, he tried to gank top lane. He's now going for mid again. It's going to work out mid lane, but...
Well, and this is kind of where I think a lot of that other gold differences come. Not just the Enigma. It's going to be Scandal at mid getting ganked out, though. Blade Fury's worn off. And here comes Titan. Titan just level 4, though. There's not much they can do for Scandal. Another Decay going to get used. Scandal going to try to fight his way out of this one. Drops a Meld attack onto Alex.
He's keeping him busy for a long time, though.
Yeah, he's got 6 Magic Wand charging. He's going to have another Refraction up. He can get out of this. There's not really any danger for him, I feel. Fada trying to wait for the Blade Fury. Here comes Tinker. No Scandal. Copping this Blade Fury. He needs to get away from it. Fada keeps up. Just managing to stay in range, and now Titan is on the run, possibly going to go down. Kuroki just needs a Maleficent here. Rocket's going to go flying out. There's a great trap from Scandal. Slows down their chase.
And Black on the bottom lane, meanwhile, just walked through the tower and killed a Jakiro as well, which Nakes definitely can do with his armlet now being finished. He had a hard time in the early game, but he's catching up now.
This,
for sure.
This is the bottom lane, which started off well for Empire to some extent. They slowed down Black's farm, but I don't think Tinker got enough farm at this bottom lane. He really struggled a bit as far as keeping Black down. Once Black got that first blood, he turned it around. He's got his treads as well as armlet, and his ability to actually contribute, kill off heroes like the Jakiro, kill off heroes like the Tainan, who without a Ravage is going to really help out this team.
Klinks is going to roam now. Let's see where he's going to go. He's actually leaving his lane. He's level 11, so that's a big neutral creep he ate with a level 2 Death Pact. Gonna make him so strong. And looking to get any easy kills.
Well, they're going to find Alex here. He's dropped down the Tombstone in preparation. He gets completely annihilated by a meld attack here, and Klink's going to come in, deal with his Tombstone as fast as possible. It looks like they're going to back off. No more heroes to follow.
Might be Roshan, to be...
Wow.
Yeah, it might be.
It's
a hasty decision, but I think they can do it with the
medallion on TA. Scandal's gone for a medallion just to stack more minus armor, make Funnick do additional damage. It's not really that sort of DPS type TA. He's just providing the extra utility, the extra minus armor for Klinks to just rip through these heroes. Roshan goes down.
And they could fight as well.
Incredible time.
They can fight as well, that's the thing.
Yep, Bada forced to just spin his way out of there. He does not want to fight. Black's going to get chased down river here. He needs to be careful. He's not really got anywhere to run. If Ice Path hits, he probably goes down.
Could have TP'd for sure, but he doesn't want to. He wants to bait them.
Well, Funnick going to... actually, no, the strap does go down onto Black here. They're going to change targets. So it's going to be Kuroki. No chance of getting a Black Hole. Ice Path followed up by a Silence, and Kuroki goes down. This is Empire just grouping up, trying to find those kills here. Darkseid trying to push away at this top lane. He's trying to get up that mech, and this top T1 tower may get denied now.
Yeah, he's going to try and get the last hit on it, but nah, he's just going to walk out. He knows it's very risky to go in there again. Very nice play there from Empire. As soon as they had Medallion, they just started getting kills with their Fletcher, starting roaming around, and they knew they already had prepared. After a kill, we're going to kill Roshan.
Yeah, and they're ready to start taking down towers, and they've got the Tide Ravage. There's going to be a TP in towards the bottom lane. It's just Soshka, and well, in Mouse Sports they can't really fight. Even with this Black Hole up, there's no way of getting off a good Black Hole. Yeah. There's Ice Path, there's Tidehunter Ravage, there's March the Machines being maxed out. Also, just level 3 rockets, but when Tinker gets level 9, that's going to make it even harder for Mouse Sports to stay alive in these fights. They need Darkseid to come in with that mech. It looks like he may have, he's just about to, yeah, he's finished out, he's coming out to him on that courier, but until he's got the mech up, he needs to come to these team fights. He can't just stay top farming away. He needs to get maybe a couple points in his ultimate and be ready to try take on Empire in a clash.
I think as soon as he hits level 11, he needs to start providing for his team, which is what Klinks was doing, but he is leveling quicker than him. That's the only difference.
Yeah, Klinks has just really just gotten out of control. Empire still have to keep on pushing. They're just 3 heroes at bottom lane. Not too worried about getting ganked here because they've got the Ravage as a backup. Tinker going to TP in just to make sure things are okay. And Klinks is just off hunting on his own. He knows if he finds a lone hero, someone quite squishy like Kuroki in this mid lane, it could be an easy kill.
Kuroki. He can kill him, but he's no in vision. That's a bit of a misplay there.
Yeah, you can't sneak past that little place without being spotted.
You should definitely not stand still in that little spot. That's very talented. Mid tower is being pressured. Wonder if they're going to defend it or not. They glyph, and I think they're just going to hold it quite easily.
Yeah, Funnick just a couple of right clicks onto Black, already gets him down to half HP, so Black says, I've had enough, I'm getting out of here. And Empire get the tier 2 bottom tower, so they're behind 6 kills to 3, but sudden drop in the gold, 2k gold in Empire's favor. They know they're out farming their opponents, they're putting on a lot more pressure, and Mouse Sports are just not ready to fight them. Sure, they've got this fantastic team fight, but it's just not ready to come into play. Enigma needs something like a Blink Dagger, and Kuroki has a couple deaths recently. He's sort of really slowed down his farm.
Yeah, as you say, they need to do something, get something out of it. They didn't get any single trade from the bottom tier 1 and bottom tier 2 tower going down, as well as Roshan. They got nothing out of all this. The only thing that happened was actually Kuroki died along with it. But what they need to do is split push, but they are afraid of doing so. Against a Tinker and a Fletcher, death could be very imminent.
Yeah, and Mouse Sports, I mean, they block off this Ancients a bit later on, but D-Warding goes down. They're just really making sure there's places to farm. They're going to try find some kills here. It's going to come on Scandal. Scandal going to probably be left out to hang and dry here. He's got an Aegis though, so basically Mouse Sports don't want to commit to this. They can get a kill him once, but it would come at the death of their own life. Tidehunter still has the Ravage.
They save him.
Well, for Alex, he needs to get out of here. This is not a fight that Mouse Sports are going to come out on top of. In the March Machine, the rockets ban from Tinker, from Soshka. And if they come in close, if they fully engage, Tidehunter just has to pop the Ravage. Blink Dagger now up on Scandal, and this is going to get harder and harder for Mouse Sports to actually engage.
And Klinks is going to look to push the top tower. Aggressive TP by Tinker, he actually avoids it. But meanwhile, the top tower went down by backdoor from Funnick. Of course, tier 1 towers have no backdoor region, so easy pickups for Klinks.
And it just feels that there's so little Mouse Sports can do with these heroes. They had the awkward laning, they couldn't really punish these solo heroes. It's all or nothing for Mouz Sports. They're trying to go in. March Machine's just awaiting them, as well as some rocket spam, and there's no way. Even it forces out a mech very early on, and Mouz Sports now just fighting from behind. If there's a fight that breaks out, Mouz Sports are already, some of their heroes below half HP. Juggernaut getting ridiculously
some of
low.
them almost dying just to march. But
it's ridiculously hard. Empire aren't actually going to take the engagement unless they have to. Oh,
nice
great vacuum from the high ground. Scandal immediately goes in on path, trying to burst him down. Juggernaut go pop an Omni Slash here. They've already lost Jakira. Great play from Black, finding the opening. Black hole from Kuroki, catches Titan. They can't get the Ravage off. Fantastic decision from Kuroki, prevents the Ravage. Dirge's Tombstone is there. They're trying to burst down Scandal. Mouz Sports, despite playing from the back foot, have found the opening they're after. Scandal ends up going down. Infest from Black, and what an engagement. Lynx gets the tier 2 top tower, but that's the best trade Mouz Sports can hope for, and that's a fantastic trade, fantastic team fight from them. They really needed that.
Beautiful team fight, but still the worry, as you say, they get the top tower, tier 1 tower, as well as the tier 2 tower with the Klings. And actually gold-wise, I think that they're not even going to be set back a lot by that fight. Perhaps even winning in gold.
Yeah,
it looks awkward because they're losing so many heroes in this. But Klinks just got up to 4k gold and he started buying something now. I didn't really see what he picked up. Crystallis. So he's going pure damage, just dealing damage is what he needs to do and finding solo kills. They are playing it 4+1, and while it didn't really work out that well going in there in the mid lane, a beautiful black hole by Kuroki just stopping the tide in the animation of his ulti. But that was just clutch play by Mouz.
Yeah, it really was a fight they had to win. If they go down that fight, then the deficit gets smaller and smaller. And sure, they're giving away these towers, they're losing out on gold, but the XP from winning a fight like that goes in their way. And that's Darkseid getting close to his level 2 ultimate. He needs that level 11. Juggernaut now has his level 2 ultimate. Actually, no, he's only got the 1 point in it despite being level 11. Possibly a bit of a misclick coming out there, or he hasn't leveled it up. But
some players, I mean, you almost need to have 2 levels on Surge at least, and you need to have a high level vacuum as well. And Klink's actually going for this, just killing Kuroki.
Oh, Klinks gets a solo kill on Kuroki.
Tide has his ulti.
Tide, he really wants to get that off. He hits 3, perfect timing from him. Fata doesn't get the spin off in time, does get it off afterwards. Mech coming from pass, there's no follow-up damage though.
Bit of a
Scandal
weird.
wasn't in position to go blinking in there. Empire going to get a tier 1, possibly even a tier 2 now with the Enigma down, but...
there's still no black holes, so I don't think they're that scared, but perhaps they don't want to give any more space. If they give away more hero kills, then the experience difference could be so big that fights are going to be hard for him to take. So they're just going to go rotate, farm the enemy jungle, make sure they have control of the game. Very nice wards as well from Empire, looking at the lane wards, mid lane and bottom lane. This gives you so good vision of when the enemy team decides to smoke. They have to smoke inside the base. If they smoke outside, then you will see it.
Yeah, it's so hard for Mouz Sports to move around the map
Even
without
the Mount Everest ward now.
The Mount Everest ward goes down as well. Jakira Godblack has been spot on with this support play. I mean, despite going down a couple of times here, he's been keeping the map warded, keeping Mouz Sports on their side of the map, and just making it hard for Mouz Sports to find those openings unless they do something incredible, like we saw at mid lane with the black hole from Kuroki. He's going to have that up in about 40 seconds time, but until then, it's really hard for them to find those kills, to find an engagement. They're going to look for Scandal at mid lane. They want to go in, vacuum Maleficent to follow things up. Blade Fury are going to make sure Scandal goes down, and no backup there, but it's bottom lane. Black gets picked off, but Empire
big pick off
in a position to potentially take a tier 3 tower. Can these heroes TP? Undying has TP. TP for Darkseid. Juggernaut TPing back. Enigma has a TP. They all have TPs, but this is going to be tier 3 tower going down very, very quickly. Mouz Sports want the tier 1 at mid, but Empire trying to make them pay at bottom lane.
They can burst him. They can burst you narrow.
Silence. Fata goes in. Oh no, silly mistake coming out from him. Didn't get the Blade Fury off.
A big misplay.
Tinker going to try TP in now. Drop down the couple marks of the machines. 2 heroes dead. 2 important heroes dead. The Juggernaut as well as the Lifesteal, even with Black Hole now back online in just a second. It's Mouz Sports, they can't fight. They can't really take this as Empire. It looks like they're going to have to back off though. There's just too little time for them to get this tier 3 tower.
Every time something looks like it's a good pick-off for Mouz, there's always a trade coming out of Empire. They get a kill on Black, and then after that, Fata makes a misplay and doesn't use his Blade Fury. And of course gets silenced and just gush, and that's it. They don't need more.
This Klinks, he's finished off the full Daedalus. He can really just solo kill anyone on
Minute
this map.
21 in this farm is ridiculous. He can kill Nakes so easily. If he comes out on this lane, he's actually gonna go. Doesn't even strafe. Doesn't even have mana. I'm not sure about that, but
he gets the kill. Okay.
Okay. That's how easy it is.
I wasn't sure about that either, but apparently Funnick knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But
some good calculation by Funnick. He was sure he would get that kill.
Didn't have mana. Didn't need strafe. No problem. He's now gonna go Death Pact another creep. He's going to have mana for the strafe in just a second, so this next is going to be even easier for him. And look at this damage. He's sitting on 300 damage. He's got the crit on top of that. He's got a silence. He can just instantly wipe out so many of these heroes. That was Black, who's the hardest hero to kill. He toggles the armlet on to try to keep himself alive, and he tries to lifesteal his way out of this one. But
he's just looking for more kills.
Is on the hunt.
There's no send rewards.
He can kill, even with 3-4 heroes here, he may still just go in this. It's going to be Darkseer who runs right into him.
He's going to kill the Darkseer for sure.
Oh, pass.
If he walks down there, he's dead.
Turn around. Smart decision, pass. Uh-oh.
Pass. Chicken.
Nope. Oh, Chicken could go down as well. A couple of crits coming out. There we go. Funnick gets the kill. Kuroki comes in with the Malefice. Needs to get that Courier out of there. Funnick, well, another kill goes his way. He's on a mega kill streak. And
he's playing flawless. He has 0 deaths, and he's just playing really good. It's like the entire team of Mouz is just sitting in base because they don't dare to split push, and all their other towers are gone except for the mid. But after the next Roshan, which I even doubt that Mouz are going to be able to get there with no towers, it's going to be really hard to go out there and take a team fight. And against the Tinker,
when you've got a team lineup with the Darkseer, with the Vacuum, with follow up with the Black Hole, the Undying Tombstone, and you can't contest Roshan, you can't take a team fight because of the item disadvantage, that's when you know you're in a lot of trouble. Mousesports, all they can do is just sit back and wait. They've got the Blink Dagger up on Kuroki, so if they get off the nice Vacuum, he'll be there in time to follow up with the Black Hole. But for Empire, it's the 4-1 split, like you mentioned, where they're just going to have Clinks on his own. It's never going to be a case where they can catch out enough heroes, enough important heroes. There's always those trade-offs.
Yeah, always. And they are keeping down Black pretty well. I know how good Black can play his farming nags on safe lane, but he's actually down to 370 GPM, which is not that high for his free farming nags. But that aggressive tri-lane did its job in the early game, and perhaps Enigma roamed a little bit too much in the early game, trying to provide for his team, but now sitting on only a Blink Dagger and nowhere near a BKB. I think he would have needed a Blink even earlier as well, so perhaps he should just have farmed up.
And the problem is just going to surmount for Mousesports. Tinker is going to have a Sheep 6 soon. This Tinker, I was about to say, we haven't seen much from Tinker, and, well, 0-0-0.
He's just farming. It's Merlini on Medusa.
Medusa type play on this Tinker. But hey, it's been Clinks as well as TA who have been doing the damage.
With double damage, just looking for pickups.
Almost one shot onto Black. Gets Black down to about half HP. Funnick does go down, does pay for that with his life, but...
with a double damage, he wanted to test it. He didn't even get off his silence. If he silenced the lifestealer, perhaps he would have survived.
Oh, Kuroki wants to chase it. Going to go for the Courier. Ignores Goldback. Couple more right clicks are going to be needed. 3 right clicks on the Courier. Doesn't even get it. Kuroki, what are you doing? Here comes the rest of Mousesports. They may have overextended a bit. They're going to try to deal with Scandal. Scandal's got the Aegis now. Tombstone on the ground.
Oh,
big Tide Ravage hits 4. And now Mousesports are on the back foot. Alex pops a Ghost Scepter, trying to keep himself alive. Tinker's in the fray. Finally getting himself some assists. 3 down. 4 Mousesports. Clinks buying back just to make sure he can have some fun there. And, well, Empire going to march down that middle lane.
Not worth chasing that chicken with an Enigma. You don't have the right click to kill it. It's 4 last hits, 4 hits is what it takes. And he did have his Black Hole ready. That's the sad part about all this. He should stay in the back and just blinking after the team fight is initiated.
Bit of a rare mistake coming out from Kuroki.
How did Tide get in such a good position? He doesn't even have Blink, no Force, no nothing. He just got in there.
He found that line coming in from the side, coming in from behind, and I don't think Mousesports were expecting him there. And I think Kuroki somewhat led Mousesports into their doom with that chicken chase. And Empire now, even with 5 heroes alive, they're going to just start chipping around this tier 3 tower. The strafe, as well as the physical damage coming up from Funnick, making it very possible. Scandal needs to be careful. He's on the run. He's going to get burst down by Black. Black has got this Maelstrom doing a lot of additional damage. Scandal still alive. March the Machine, preventing any heroes from chasing. And with the Tombstone burst down, suddenly this teamfight becomes a lot harder for Mousesports to take. Kuroki, Black Hole is online, does have the Blink Dagger, is going to have to try to find some of those openings.
Yeah, and Scandal is actually being locked down pretty good in this game. Looking at him, he has 1-4-2. So his Templar Assassin is not looking the best this game, but when he has his BKB, I believe he can make some plays.
Yeah, for the Dire team, it's been all Clinks. The rest of the team has negative kill scores almost. The only one not is the Tinker, who's 0-0. And here we go, Kuroki looking for that Black Hole. It's just Goldblack. They're going to catch out Scandal. Further up, Kuroki decides not to go for the Black Hole here. Clinks, meanwhile, on the front from behind, gets the Enigma before the Black Hole. The huge burst damage from Funnick. He's going to move on to Black. Black infests into a crypt, stays inside the crypt, says, I've had enough, get me out of here. He's going to get lasered up by the Tinker. Trap's going to slow him down, and here comes Clink. Burst damage, is it going to be enough? 1 or 2 more right clicks. He gets out in time, no crits. Coming onto Black. Oh, well, this does not look good. 4 heroes down. Empire find a huge team fight, not even needing the Tide Ravage. It's a big item disadvantage. for Mouz Sports, that's just making all the difference here.
Yeah.
Even with Black Hole doesn't even channel at all. It was like a millisecond before Clinks just two-shot at the Enigma.
Yeah, there was a crit. I mean, he caught the Clinks in his Black Hole, but there was already a shot in the air, which killed him.
And, well, for the Empire, they go straight down the mid lane, get the set of mid-raxes. They can just back off now, maybe go for another set if they like. It looks like they're happy to just play this slightly slower, take the safer route, push out this bottom lane. They've got Tinker just healing up his mana's HP at the safe lane, and well, for now,
with Black Hole on cooldown, they can keep forcing because they have Tide ulti. Everything is done and set for them, and Clinks almost has his second Daedalus. He actually has the gold, or just short.
And Tide Ravage is back up for Empire, so this is going to be a pretty straightforward team fight as long as they can get in position. They just need to make sure they don't get caught up by a big Darkseer vacuum wall. Fanta at the front line going to get hexed up. He's going to try to get burst down. Jakiro Ice Path doesn't hit too many here. Pass trying to get off that vacuum into a wall of replica, but for now, Mouz Sports, they're on the chase here. They're trying to be aggressive. I don't know if this is the right decision. Force up into the Tide Ravage, hits Kuroki at that back end as well. Ice Path to follow it up. Scandal on the front line trying to burst down Alex, and well, Fata has gone in too far. He takes the brute force coming out from Funnick with the right-click damage, and now Darkseer as well. 2 more kills go the way of Clinks, and well, he is just 12-1-2. He is just unstoppable at this point. Funnick on this hero, the Clinks, his trademark hero, and showing why it is a hero you just have to maybe even ban out against Empire. Mouz Sports, Black on the run, trying to get back to his own fountain, gets caught out by Clinks once again. Triple kill for Funnick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. He moves on to the tier 3 towers. Going to go for these Raxes at bottom lane, and there's nothing Mouz Sports can do at this point.
It's just ridiculous. Look at 2 hits on the Nakes from Templar Assassin. Just takes him down to half HP.
Yeah, Empire, they're going to finish off this bottom Raxes here, and I've got to feel it's just a matter of how long until Mouz Sports call GG. There's no way they can take a team fight now, and Empire just with such a massive lead, they're going to take it up to over 20,000 gold lead. Mouz Sports, they're trying to chase, they've got no Black Hole from Kuroki, they just need to try find some pick-off, something to go their way in these last minutes of this game, but if they can't find a big team fight soon, there's no hope left for them. And
they need a miracle, and they don't have Black Hole ready just yet, so they need to sit back and wait, and during this time, all the new items are going to be delivered to the Empire team, which is a Daedalus, again, finished up on Funnick. So he's going to be critting 44% of the time. That's pretty high crit.
And in the support here is a lot of fun, and then you've got Tidehunter with a Vlad's coming, giving his team additional armor as well as damage, some lifesteal as well, and then you've got Goblack with almost 1,800 gold as well as a mech on top of that. And for Mouz Sports, there's just no similar item progression. The supports are really just supports. You've got only the Ghost Scepter on Undying. You've got the Enigma with just the Blink Dagger, nowhere near any sort of a BKB, which you're going to have to make sure you can get off a Black Hole against the Tide Ravage, the Jakiro Ice Path. Too many abilities to stop it.
Empire's going to take the middle fight. Tide ulti.
He's trying to come around from behind again, but this time there is no Tide Ravage. He's got that same opening. But
they can just defend it with March. They don't even need to take a fight. They might be looking to do it, but best thing to do is not to take a fight here. He gets caught out.
This is a bit unnecessary. He's going to try Force Staff himself back to his own team. Maybe Tombstone does get dropped. He gets Force Staff once. Is there any additional Force Staff? Mech coming. SS does drop, and Goblack now on the run. One little pick off there. Empire not going to be too worried about that. They've got the March. They've got the Rocket Spam. They can try hold this off. And Funnick, he's got the double Daedalus. He's going to go straight into pass. Kuroki, Blink Black Hole, immediately hex up. Great play from Solskjaer on the Tinker. And now Empire, it's just one by one they all fall down as Mouz Sports on the run. Only Alex left standing. The burst damage from Funnick. The TA as well. The minus armor just being stacked on. The medallion, the meld, and just too much team wipe for Empire. Mouz Sports, this is going to be the GG. This is going to be just straight down the middle lane. They don't have to go top. They can just go straight for the tier 4 towers and the throne.
Just looking at the differences at the end of the game, of course it's going to be brutal, but the best thing to see in this curve is that Empire never really lost anything in this game. They keep just expanding their advantage. Even when they lost heroes, they took towers. Even when they lost like a tower, they took a kill in another tower. Always finding trades, that's the important thing.
If you're versing Empire, let's just say theoretically, and they're going to pick up Clinks in the first 3, how do you actually verse the Clinks? Do you send a Jewel or a Trial in there, or what hero do you want to have in that 1v1 matchup as a Clinks?
I think Wise Man once said, you never solo against Clinks. You always go aggressive Trident, and this was actually Goblack who said this. And that is his way of dealing with a Clinks, is to aggressive Trident against it.
Okay.
And I think it's right in that decision.
Yeah, the Darkseer, I mean, it didn't work out this time. They just couldn't get the harass on. And Empire, their bottom trial, I mean, despite not having the best start, didn't completely stop Black. It did enough damage. They had the Tinker who could catch up. And, well, in the end, Empire, they take a pretty convincing win against Mouz Sports. They are now 2-0 in their group. And
finding some kills here, but it really will not matter. There's buyback gold on almost everyone, except for Clinks, who has 4 crits.
Yeah.
I don't even know his crit chance anymore. I usually know, but I don't even.
Come on, Wagger. You're meant to be the math guy here.
I would need to bring up the calculator.
You can tab out. There's one on your desktop.
Okay. I'll do a quick calculation for you gods.
By the end of this game, by the time the throwing goes down, I want to know the exact percent chance of a crit here and how much it will be critting for.
Okay.
But Mouse Sports, the percent chance of them winning here is, I got to say, very, very low.
Very low.
As their throwing just getting whittled away by creeps. In Mouse Sports, it seems they just want to have one last hurrah. They know this could be their exit from the tournament. They already lost to We Has Asians, and pretty much, unless there's some rare case where you have a three-way tie for that second place position with the BYOC team actually beating We Has Asians, there's no way that Mouse Sports can advance unless that rare three-way tie for second place. So for Mouse Sports, this is potentially their exit from the tournament. They still have that one last group stage match, but boy, this has been a tough series for them. They had a tough group. They had Empire as well as the WC, the Gamescom Dota 2 tournament winners in We Has Asians. They go down. Empire just proving to be true to their name, true to their recent form. They are the favorites in this group and possibly for a top 2, top 3 position.
Yeah, definitely. They always perform so well on LAN events. Just amazing.
Yep. Anyways, with that, Empire 2-0 in their group, and I got to say they look pretty damn impressive. I'm sure Draskell as well as Mr. James Harden over there were watching a lot of that game. We're impressed as much as we were by that Klink's performance. What have you got